Hey everyone, and welcome to Platinum again. And in this episode, we aim to take on the entirety of the Elite Four and Cynthia 2, depending on time, but we did some training off screen as well and got our entire team to around the mid-level 50s. So we hope you enjoy the video, and please remember to like and subscribe for more.
Wagwan peeps, and that's right, Joe. We are making our way through Victory Road, and we'll probably end up cutting most of this place out, since this episode will be full of Pokémon battles against our rival. And as Joe mentioned, the Elite Four.
Yep, and we decided to not use any legendaries when we take on the Elite Four, as we have become quite attached to our team. And this is also what some of you suggested in our last video too. And to be honest, our team is pretty strong anyway, and our only difficulty will be with Cynthia.
Yeah, and as you can see, we finally got Garchomp to evolve, which was the last Pokemon for us to get to its strongest point. And it will really make dealing with Barry here and the Elite Four much easier to deal with. But I am really nervous about Cynthia, boys.
Don't worry, Joe, since this is a more serious episode, we won't wind you up, but we'll support you 100%, and we already bought you a bunch of full restores and max revives and some other items to help you out too.
Yeah, and Barry here can be considered a warm-up for you, Joe, since his team is roughly the same level as the Elite Four. Well, maybe a bit weaker, but that's fine. You got this, bro.
Thanks, you two. The moral support will help me a lot. And I won't need to take any crack before I battle the Elite Four and Cynthia Elmao. But do you guys think this Elite Four is one of the hardest?
Yeah, Joe, this Elite Four is up there as one of the most difficult, I would say, along with the black and white one. But leave a comment down below and tell us your opinions on this topic. Oh, and Joe, we forgot to go get Dark Pulse for Houndoom, so you should probably go do that.
Oh yeah, Joe, we really could use Dark Pulse since Garchomp has Crunch, and when we battle Lucian having Dark Pulse will make our life so much easier since he has Psychic types.
Nah, Obama, I am a real G now, so I won't be wasting time on that shit, and we will take down Lucian with brute strength. And anyway, we have Garchomp, so why waste another move slot on Houndoom?
Okay, Joe, I will give
Dark
you
Pulse?
moral support, but will absolutely not agree that you're a real G, LMFAO, and if you don't go get Dark
Donald,
Pulse,
shut the fuck up. I just beat Barry without Dark Pulse.
I don't care if you beat Barry without Dark Pulse, Joe. He is so much weaker than the Elite Four, and apart from the first battle, we have beaten him every single time anyway.
Donald, have some faith in me. People actually had faith in you when they elected you, and you went and fucked everything up, so do the same for me. Please, bro.
Joe, don't bro me. Thank you very much when this is a much more serious matter than running the country. Beating the Elite Four and Cynthia takes top priority, and I would mark this as a DEFCON 1 event or DEFCON 5. I can't remember which one is the more serious one, but whatever.
Okay, enough arguing or whatever it is you're doing, boys. It's now time for the first member of the Elite Four, being Aaron Joe. So, good idea using Houndoom first. We should be able to flamethrower our way through his team pretty much.
His Drapion is probably the only member of his team that will give us the most difficulty, Joe. But otherwise, his bug types aren't that threatening. Even his Vespiquen is not that bad if we handle it right.
Wow, I just took out 2 of his Pokemon already. That was super easy, boys. I am feeling really confident with this one.
Yeah, but something which bothers me about the Elite Four is that I don't think they should stick to one specific type, because the gym leaders already do that. And the Elite Four are just basically gym leaders with high-leveled Pokemon. They should have random teams of different Pokemon is what I think.
All right, Joe, here comes Drapion, so be prepared to die. And I do agree with you, Obama. It would be more fun if the Elite Four had teams full of random types. Even some champions like Lance use pretty much the same type. And that moron has 3 Dragonites too.
That's why I think Cynthia is so tough, because she doesn't stick to one type. Steven from Hoenn is basically considered a Steel type master, and Iris from Unova is a Dragon type one.
All right, Joe, well done. You beat the first member without too much trouble, and we only lost Houndoom to Cross Poison, so get him healed up. And then our next member is Bertha, and she uses ground types, so I suggest switching to Empoleon.
Wow, if I ever divorce Jill, I will have to see if Bertha is available, boys. She's a solid 10 in my book, LMAO.
Holy shit, Obama, this is the first time Joe has said someone above the age of 18 is a 10 LMFAO. I am very proud of you, Joe. You have grown up finally.
Well, I did restart Heart Gold just to get more phone numbers from youngsters, but that's beside the point, boys, and this wish cache is being a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I hate Earth Power, Joe, and I couldn't find its TM anywhere earlier.
Yeah, Earth Power would have killed us, Joe, if you didn't get that wish cache frozen, so good stuff there. And now look, boys, here's the fucking Pokemon we tried to evolve but couldn't.
Actually, Obama, we could have, and lots of our viewers commented that Gliscor only evolved at night, which is when we never played LMAO and TBH. I was getting too lazy to try evolve that. But maybe we could use Gliscor in another game.
Yeah, but only if it's a shiny one, Donald, because the normal purple one isn't as cool. And also, you have no idea how confusing it is having two fucking Pokémon of the exact same color. And basically the same species in the party at the same time, especially with my bad eyes.
Joe, you were doing really well with this Elite Four, by the way. Bertha was so easy, and Flint is next too, and he basically has fire types, so we can use Empoleon and Garchomp since Dig will do a lot of damage.
Yeah, but Empoleon is part steel type Obama, so won't it do 2 times damage to us if he hits us with a fire move? How would that work exactly?
I think it might cancel out then, Joe, but I'm not sure. Maybe someone could explain that to us in the comments. Although since we are steel and water, I am going to say that the fire moves would be either neutral or do 2 times damage to us.
Well, we didn't get a super effective message, Donald, so my guess is that the moves do neutral damage to us, but be careful of Infernape Joe. It has close combat.
Too late, Obama. It used Flare Blitz on me, which I think should have kept us with a bit of health remaining, but whatever.
Oh yes, boys, here comes the F-22, and with Dig we will clutch this battle. Just as the F-22 is the most superior plane on the planet, our Garchomp is the most superior Pokemon.
Actually, Donald, if you had Arceus with you, then that would be the most superior Pokemon. But, well, you don't, so LMAO, your loss.
Oh, if you rub that in his face even more, Obama, then he will have a meltdown. And I'm trying to concentrate here, so please say sorry or tell him you promise we can get Arceus later.
I don't give a shit about what he says, Joe, because I am already going to do the Arceus event when we beat Cynthia, which is why I really can't afford you to lose against her, and why I literally spent what money we had left on healing items for you too.
Yeah, I knew you would overrule my decision anyway, Donald, but everyone, if you made it this far in the video and haven't already, then please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, as we are basically uploading every day, and appreciate the support.
They should like and sub for me, Obama, because these are the best battles I have ever had. And just hope Cynthia's goes as smoothly as these do.
Well, Joe, you beat the 3rd member of the Elite Four, and now it's time to battle the last one, being Lucian and his psychic types. And to be honest, I am not even worried about him. We just have to keep Houndoom and Garchomp alive, and we will beat him easily.
Yep, that's why I am switching Garchomp out first, Donald, and we'll probably just use Crunch here, and Crobat could be useful too, actually. We could have taught it a ghost-type move.
All right, Joe. He usually sends out Espeon first, which isn't too threatening, although it has Psychic, which could potentially kill Garchomp, so be careful.
Nope, it was Mr. Mime first, Obama, but that clown didn't even last 5 seconds against Joe Biden, LMAO, and now here comes Espeon.
See how the hell didn't Espeon die against that Crunch when our attack is so high and he is only 1 level higher than us to begin with?
Wow, Joe, you could have got in another Crunch because Lucian didn't heal there, but he probably will now, and his psychic attack could take us out in 2 moves if we don't play this right.
Nah, Joe just clutched that one, Donald, but here is Bronzong now. A Pokemon we could have used, and I wanted to actually, but this thing will probably take us out, Joe, so I would switch and use Flamethrower.
Yeah, this guy's defense is really high, Obama. Garchomp's moves are really not doing much damage to him.
1 Flamethrower should be enough, Joe. And by the way, Lucian has a Gallade too, but I think it's much stronger than our one. But we should totally get them to battle each other.
Speak of the devil, here it is. Boys, and Lucian only has 2 Pokemon left, Joe, so well done for getting this far and not losing any Pokemon. We haven't had to use many of our healing items, thankfully.
Well, I just lost Houndoom Obama, so you jinxed me there, and this damn Gallade has Drain Punch, which means he will just restore his health all the time, and then if he gets low, he will use a full restore or something, won't he?
Using Thunder Wave, there was a good plan though, Joe, since Gallade is fast, and he could use that reduced speed so we can get some damage in.
Wow, he took our one out and has a Citrus Berry on him too. We should have used a Leftovers or something on our Pokemon boys to help increase our health.
Actually, Obama, I gave Empoleon a Mystic Water to help boost its water-type moves and other items like that for our other ones, but I forgot to get a Dragon Fang for Garchomp, since that would probably help a lot with Cynthia.
Wow, I love how Gallade is paralyzed on the turn we use Fly when it can't attack us anyway. That always happens, as well as getting a critical hit when the opponent's Pokemon has like 1 health point left, LMAO.
Well, Obama, you should be happy because your Crobat took out his Gallade, and all that's left is his Alakazam. And this battle reminds me of Sabrina now.
Yeah, well, I still would say Sabrina's Alakazam is worse than Lucian's one. and his is only stronger because it's high leveled, but Sabrina's one was just hell, especially when all it did was use Calm Mind.
Well, Donald, this one didn't even use Calm Mind and just took out two of our Pokémon like they were nothing, so I say they are both just the worst to deal with.
I would have also revived Empoleon Joe since it's our strongest Pokemon, and you may as well just brute force your way to victory here since it's almost dead anyway.
Yeah, at this point, Obama, I'm just going to spam Ice Beam and hope for the best here. LMAO, worst case, we can always revive Garchomp again and use Crunch
Once
if nothing
again,
else
Obama
works here.
Snow's hail saved us. Thank God for Obama Snow and the people who suggested him.
All right, Joe, all the shit talking you've been giving Cynthia is about to be put to the test. LMAO, and guys, we will get a super cool animation here as well. Just watch.
Oh, wow, that is so cool that all our Pokemon just leave their balls and come out to support us as we battle Cynthia. The guys who made this ROM hack did amazing work with it with small things like this.
Okay, Joe, this is the Spirit Tomb that we should have caught earlier but couldn't, and somehow Cynthia has one, but this Pokemon doesn't really have any weaknesses. So your best bet is to just brute force it to death and hope for the best.
Yeah, I can tell that Cynthia is just going to spam full restores in this battle all the time, but I am feeling quite confident with this battle, boys, as we can also just do the same LMFAO.
Oh shit, nice Joe, you got one last Dragon Claw in to take down Spirit Tomb, but Cynthia is sending out her ace now, so be careful because this Pokemon is scary as hell and literally has a move for every Pokemon we could bring out.
What the heck? She has Flamethrower on her Garchomp. I was hoping to keep Abomasnow alive so we could take down Garchomp with Blizzard, but so much for that.
Yeah, if you actually look at Abomasnow's defense and special defense, you would see that it has the lowest out of any Pokemon I have seen in a while, but it does have really high special attack. But I don't consider that a good thing when it just dies in one move, so we don't get to utilize its high attack power.
This Garchomp literally is going to take out our entire team, Joe. You better have a plan here because you didn't save before Cynthia, which means we will have to battle the entire Elite Four again, and I can't be asked to deal with that.
Well, I am actually starting to regret using that max revive on Abomasnow because I just realized that it's probably just going to die again, and now I wasted that revive on it, and what's worse is its hail is taking out our Pokemon now too.
Joe, I agree with you 100%. This Abomasnow is the worst thing ever, and a traitor to our team, and it must be released when this battle is done because it's killing its teammates.
Wow, and there goes our Garchomp again, Joe. How the hell is this thing so strong, seriously? Cynthia probably has maxed out its IVs or something, I bet.
Yeah, I think at this point we just keep swapping out and healing our team up, boys, and maybe Crobat could get a poison on Garchomp too. But if Cynthia uses another full restore, I think I'm going to cry.
Oh, Donald, your wish came true. We got the poison on Garchomp, now we have to pray to Arceus. She doesn't use a full restore here, OMG.
Joe, you moron, you revived Empoleon only for it to die again to another earthquake, so what was the point of that?
Donald, you didn't notice that she didn't use the full restore, so Arceus heard our prayers. And second of all, that Abomasnow saved us again with its hail and took Garchomp out after you were complaining about it and saying you want to release it.
Joe, your dementia must be getting worse, buddy. Because I said earlier how much I absolutely love Abomasnow. And if any of you release him, I will slap you so hard you'll wish your mom kept her legs closed.
Donald, don't make Joe second guess himself, otherwise you might end up breaking his already fragile mind, but good idea using this time to revive our team, Joe. And by the way, when Cynthia sends out Melodic, you can use that time to switch to Empoleon, because the only move she will basically use is Surf, which won't do anything to our Empoleon.
Once again, Abomasnow saved us, Donald, and its hail took out another of Cynthia's Pokemon, so you really got to apologize now, because even in death, that Abomasnow is taking out her team, LMAO.
All right, Joe, here is the Melodic. So this is the chance for you to revive our team and use any ethers to restore the power points of our Pokemon if they need it. I think if we had a male Empoleon, then this battle would be way more difficult too, actually.
All right, Obama, I basically revived the whole team up and made a quick cut since nothing happened for about 10 minutes. But now I think we can start trying to take out this Milotic.
Joe, this would be the perfect time to switch to Gallade and use Swords Dance and then spam Leaf Blade, since that will be super effective. But, you know, take my advice or not. At this point, I don't care.
Actually, Donald, I was thinking we switch to Abomasnow and kill something with it whilst it's alive for once. LMAO and Woodhammer would be the perfect move for this Milotic.
Good idea, Joe, and we are sorry if this episode is a bit longer, everyone. We tend to keep our videos under 15 minutes if we can accept the mini-movies, but this episode will probably be a lot longer since we have battled all the Elite Four, And Cynthia herself will take about 300 years anyway, so yeah.
Oh, look, it's Togekiss, boys. It's come back to haunt me ever since I released it in our Heart Gold playthrough, but I swear this bitch will be taken down in less than 2 minutes. I swear. I am not letting a Togekiss get its revenge on Donald J. Trump.
See how good it is, Donald, and you went and released our one because you got salty at a viewer, and the fact that Cynthia has one should prove to you now that this thing is amazing and really strong.
Big whoop, Joe. It took out 2 of our Pokemon, whilst we have taken out 4 of Cynthia's, and this Togekiss will be the 5th. Just watch.
Well, I wasn't going to let it win, was I, Donald, you idiot? But my point is that it's still a really good Pokemon. Even Volo used one in Legends Arceus.
Yeah, and they all met the same fucking fate, didn't they, Joe? Which was death. So, as far as I'm concerned, Togekiss can stay in its grave forever. And anyway, Cynthia's on her last Pokemon, so we have so won this.
Yeah, I never considered her Roserade to be much of a threat, and well done, Joe. You're officially stronger than Cynthia, so you can put that on your CV. And I just wanted to say a quick sorry to everyone who commented that we should use Giratina in this battle. We already had made this video you're watching right now as those comments were coming in, so we kind of didn't get a chance to use it, but we will in the post-game, so we hope you don't mind that.
I have a feeling that Empoleon is going to die to this energy ball, boys, but don't worry, I think it's only fitting we end this battle with the first Pokemon we caught in this series, so I will use our shiny Crobat Obama.
All right, Joe Fly was a good choice there to use, buddy, so let's end this.
And that's that, boys. We did it. We beat Cynthia and are now the champions of Sinnoh 2. Yay!
Oh, yay!
And now check it, boys. We get even more cool animations of our Pokemon. I love the ending to this ROM hack, and you should all play it.
Yeah, this was a really good ROM hack, Obama, but it's a shame the post-game for this game is quite empty. I think we should go catch all the legends, though.
I love this bit where all our Pokemon greet us as they walk to the Hall of Fame, and then our Empoleon is our last member who walks with us all the way. I think I'm going to cry, boys.
And look, even Professor Rowan beat the Elite Four 2 boys, but I think he only did since we weakened them up for him.
Joe, you moron. He is here just to congratulate us for beating Cynthia. And by the way, do you two maybe know who the champion before Cynthia was? Since Professor Rowan says the last time he was in the Hall of Fame was when she became champion.
Well, I was the last champion, Obama, but I let Cynthia win because I am just such a nice person. But anyway, this is the team that got us here, boys. And I think we owe most of our wins to that Yeti. So thank you, Obamas, now.
One thing to add here before we end is halfway through Flint's battle. Our recording software stopped working, but we got it working again for the rest of the Elite Four and Cynthia, as you all saw. However, we had to go back and fight him again to fill in the gap in the battle between Garchomp and Flareon, so that's why there is a small discrepancy there.
That's right, Donald. And I guess we should end this episode here, boys. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. And we hope you enjoyed this longer episode. And in the next few episodes, we will catch some legendaries and visit the resort area. So please remember to like and subscribe for more.